when we knew that we would receive almost 50% of our budget from the state, there was more of an inclination for presidents, especially of public universities, to be what we would call more internal presidents. They would stay on campus more, they would be involved in social activities, meetings, different events that would occur on the campus. But as that funding has gone backwards, as we've received less state funding, there's been much more of a tendency for presidents of public universities to have to become external presidents, and that means go out and raise money, go out and spend more time working with the folks in the political arena to try to secure more funding for the university. So I'm finding that in the second half of my presidency, the last 4+ years, I've really spent a lot more time off campus, raising money from donors and friends of the university and trying to convince folks in Columbus that funding higher education at a higher level is really a good idea. So I've tried to utilize senior staff to provide that face-to-face and personal touch on campus, and then manage the university through those senior leaders, while at the same time being available to go off campus when I needed to. But I always leave time to make sure that there's a certain portion of the week that I am on campus, that I'm out and about on campus, and that I do go to activities and events. I think we've put the university in great financial health by all the things we've done the last 3 or 4 years. Now our challenge is to look out at the next 3 or 4 years and to say, how do we secure a more stable future? I think there are 2 steps that we absolutely have to take. One of them is to make sure we're successful in raising private money from our donors and friends. That money will be placed in an endowment. We'll spend about 4% of that endowment from the standpoint of the interest that it generates, and that helps us to replace the money that we've lost through the state share of instruction. The other avenue is to look for new revenue streams. So for an example, if we can offer more courses through e-learning or distance, that creates for us an opportunity to bring more money into the university. We actually lead the state in the revenue that we get from licensing. That's a huge part of the future of Ohio University and of Athens, is being able to cultivate the creation of a lot more entrepreneurs and researchers who come here to develop a product, and it goes to the marketplace and is very successful and pays back to the university over time. We've gone backwards with the state share of instruction, so that we've lost $75 to $80 million, just Ohio University, from what we used to receive from the state. So when you take that amount out of your budget, the question becomes, well, how do you replace that? Well, again, I've talked about at least 2 ways of doing that. You generate new revenue streams, you go out and you raise private money. The other part of that, that's the toughest pill to swallow for students and their families, is that you also increase tuition, because you want to maintain the same quality that you have within the university. I think what we've got to do is to communicate more with students and faculty and staff, so that everyone understands, what we're asking for, why we're asking for it, and if we don't get it, what would the impact be on the university? Because there's always going to be that student/family portion of tuition and fees that is going to be there. The question is, what's the right amount?
What would you like your legacy to be at Ohio University after you leave?
I never wake up every day thinking about legacy. This is what I think. The basic question at the end of a presidency is, are you leaving the university in a better place than you found it? It's a holistic perspective rather than 3 or 4 areas. It's trying to make all of Ohio University better than it was when I came in 2004.